Most people will never escape their current life because your old life doesn't just let you go when you decide that you want to change. It fights to keep you the same through your habits, your relationships, and even your own thoughts. And this is why no matter how many late night life go up pans you make and how many amazing YouTube videos you watch, sometimes it feels like that I really made it moment just doesn't seem to arrive. But I promise you that all of that slow and steady progress you've been working on is not going to go to waste. It was not for nothing, but there is a better way. There is a deeper reason behind this, and there are specific shifts that you must make if you want to change, and that is exactly what I'm going to be breaking down so that after this video you can understand how to gracefully step out of those invisible chains, detach from your old life, and become extraordinary. Let's go. The first thing that's gonna pop up as a mistake is that you're going to want to burn everything down. You want to let it go. You want to detach. People move countries, quit their job, break up their relationships, only to find that 5 years later, they're in the exact same emotional state, stuck, feeling trapped, feeling like they're not living their potential, feeling frustrated. And why is that? It's because it doesn't matter how many things you externally burn down if an internal change is not happening. And for an internal change to happen, you have to stop resisting your current life, because what you resist persists, and the more that you run, the more that it will chase you. So you're going to have to face the fact that you're going to have to face the facts. It actually means it gets to be easier than you thought it was going to be. You're going to have to sit with the parts of yourself that created this life today. This is a practice that I call feel to heal. If you try to cut out the parts of you that feel like you're not good enough, that feel guilty about things that you've done, that feel angry that you were never chosen by your parents over your siblings or whatever it might be for you, you're burying them into your subconscious. That means that it's going to be harder for you to heal in the future. They're going to stay with you for longer. In the darkness, you're going to become less and less aware of them. And the less aware that you are of your subconscious demons, wounds, your triggers, what your fears are, the more power they hold over you. It's like a dark, scary room. Which one is going to bring up more fear? The one where there's all these shadows, everything's pushed into the back of the room and you can't really see what's there, or a room where the light is on and you can see that all of those things that looked scary were actually just coat hangers and wardrobes and things that were making scary shapes, but it really wasn't that bad. When we sit with all of the things that feel unaligned, all of the things that we wish we could change, all of the emotions that bother us, we actually are turning on the light and they stop being so scary anymore. Have you seen those people that have built up this resentment for years and years, and now they don't even realize that they're the problem? They don't even believe that they have any blocks or any fears, and they just believe that the world is a dark place. They just believe that people are untrustworthy. They just believe that everything has to be hard and there's not enough money to go around. This is what happens after years of pushing down our subconscious fears. I don't want you to go into your new extraordinary life with a negative seed, because a negative seed can only bear a negative fruit, but it will trick you. If you rush into it, burn everything down because you just are in a place of hate and you want to escape and you want to run, you might see progress. You might feel better. You might feel free. You don't have to go to the job anymore, but your whole new life will have been created out of lack, out of running, out of fear. And fear can only breed more fear. So in order for us to be able to create a new life that is extraordinary and lasts for an extraordinary amount of time, you need to first come into a place of peace and acceptance and abundance, so that what you're creating is an overflow. What you're creating started out from a positive seed of confidence, and it's gonna just continue growing and growing. The Feel to Heal process has 3 steps. One is identify a part of yourself that you want to visit. Maybe you have a thought that keeps coming up. Maybe you have a memory that pops up from your past. Maybe you've recently been through something painful. Write that down. Number 2, you need to validate this part of yourself. So you're going to sit with yourself, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart if you would like to, and think about this moment. Go back to this time, and I want you to say all of the things to her that she needs to hear to understand that her emotions are valid. I don't want you to tell her, no, it's not true, you are amazing, you are loved, you are happy. First, we need to accept the truth of how you feel within. So I want you to say things like, it's okay that you feel that way. It's understandable that you don't feel lovable when you wasn't getting the attention that you needed. I'm so sorry that you had to experience this. I'm here with you now. Please share with me all of your feelings. And let this part of you express all of the negativity. Give it a space for it to be validated. Step 3, the final step that you need to do then is educate this part. Everything that you know now from all of your videos, your books, your learning, if you're doing coaching, which is the most powerful method to transform fastest, if you've been in therapy, all of these things that you've done since that moment when you were hurt, educate this part within you on what that is. I want you to say, it's understandable you felt unlovable. Your parents' behavior was actually nothing to do with you. The divorce was actually never your fault. The fact that you got cheated on was actually nothing to do with how beautiful you are. It doesn't mean that you can't be chosen. Feed this part all of the new truths, not lies, that you have discovered since then. Because when we get hurt, we get frozen in time, and this part stays within us, not catching up with all the learnings we have now. That's why even though we know we should do so much better, we keep going back to the same responses because of these parts that are frozen in time. So that feel to heal process, the step 1 of knowing which part it is, the step 2 of validating it, and the step 3 of educating it on where you are now is how you're going to break out of going back to those old patterns. As you're continuing to heal, you're accepting where you are, but you know that there is so much more potential for you. The first place that we're going to start with actually making that change is in the tiniest details, because if you do the small things differently, the big things will be different. The healing work that we just talked about is looking back at the past, but we also need to expand into the future, a future that is bigger, a version of you that has a bank account that is 50 times more than the number you've ever seen in your bank account before, a version of you that has a relationship, feels so healthy and safe. You sitting here right now, I don't know your circumstance, but you may never have experienced a truly healthy unconditional love before. All of these things that we're calling in are going to be outside of our comfort zone, and we need our nervous system to expand to feel safe in them, to feel comfortable in them, and to allow them to exist in our life. If we jump straight to those things, and you can keep visualizing them, you can keep calling them in, never stop, never make yourself smaller. But on a day-to-day basis, we don't want you to be getting overwhelmed. We don't want your nervous system to be freaking out. We've got all of this money, but she's still doing the same bad habits as before. She's still the same person. His old version can't handle the new life. So the easiest thing that you can do every single day is just look at the tiny day-to-day things that you do. How are you brushing your teeth? How are you opening your eyes and stepping your foot out of bed in the morning? What clothes are you putting on yourself when you step out of bed? What do you listen to on the way to work? Who do you text first in the morning? What is happening when you're having your shower? Are you washing your hair and thinking about all the things that are going to be stressful today? Thinking about all the annoying things your coworker said yesterday, or the things that your boyfriend didn't do around the house? These are the moments where change happens. The more that you keep thinking about the big things that haven't happened yet, the less energy and presence and power that you're going to actually be bringing to the current day things. And the current day things is where tomorrow is being built. So why are you focusing on tomorrow? Because you're never going to get there until you're here. Here is the moment where change happens. If you just took 5 things out of your day-to-day routine, 5 things that you're going to do anyway. I'm not asking you to start a new exercise routine, to start a new meditation practice. All of those things are great and you can do them, but you're going to be washing your hair. You're going to be driving to work, walking to work, walking your dog. You're going to be doing these things anyway. And if that time is generating energy towards your old life instead of generating energy towards your new life, no matter how many extra practices you add in, it's never going to add up and it's never going to be enough. How easy is this step by step? To just think a different thought when you're washing your hair, to play a certain affirmation track, to play a spiritual podcast, to play a YouTube video like this when you're on your walk, to start choosing an outfit with intention, to think, what is the energy that I want to bring today? I want to bring an energy of friendliness and warmth and love, so I'm going to choose something that it makes me feel that way. This is why everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but some people are going to be achieving your 10-year goals in the next 365 days, not because they did something amazing or spectacular or they're smarter than you, but just because They did every little step of their day with a better consciousness, with more intention than you. The compound effect of that was hours and hours of positive energy, whereas maybe you were just doing 30 minutes of manifestation a day. You only had 30 minutes of energy going towards your dream life. They had 12 hours of their waking time, which then seeps into their 12 hours of sleeping as well. And that's how they are able to build fast momentum, and how you can too. Since we mentioned the word momentum, that is going to bring me on to my third point, which is this quote, which has the power to change your life. This quote, it has the power to give you the faith and the strength to keep going when nothing feels like it's working. And this quote is, the bigger it gets, the faster it gets bigger. The power of momentum is always building, and it's either building towards that past life, what you've already known, what's felt possible for you before, or it's building towards your future life and that extraordinary levels of happiness, success, and abundance that you feel is possible for you. When you're focusing on those daily small steps, you might feel still like, why are things not changing fast enough? Okay, and that's when I want you to come back to this quote. The bigger it gets, the faster it gets bigger. The effort you have to put in today to get to your next level is not the same effort that you're going to have to put in 2 years from now to get to your next level, because you're going to have 2 years of momentum behind you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's only going to get easier. The better it gets, the better it gets. That's why this moment right now, when you are ready to detach from your old life, is the moment that is going to feel the hardest ever. It's like turning a giant truck around in the street. But once that truck gets straightened up, bam, you're ready to go, and nothing is going to be able to stop you. But if you pause now, if you turn back now, if you say, I can't do it, I can't make this turn around, you're never going to get the opportunity to see what life would be possible for you if you had momentum on your side. I know it feels more difficult now. I know that every single day you're having to remind yourself of those 5 baby steps. I know that you're going to want to give up within the next week, within the next month. But there is going to hit a point of maximum velocity, just like a rocket ship when it's breaking out the atmosphere, and it has to burn all that fuel to break off, to lift off. But then once it breaks through, it's easy. Don't rob yourself of the opportunity of getting to the part where it gets easy because you couldn't stick through the part where it was tough. No one who has built success for themselves, who has built an extraordinary life like you want, like you're made for, has done it by quitting at this stage. You're not doing anything wrong. You're probably just at the part that makes most people quit. This incredible momentum that I'm talking about is built really by 5 things. 1 is spiritual effort. The effort to not keep thinking those negative thoughts. The effort to sit down and do that feel to heal that we talked about. Any of your spiritual efforts. Number 2 is your physical effort. Putting in your maximum effort in every single thing that you do, in the job that you don't like, in the business that you want to start, in the fitness and the body goals that you have. Putting in your maximum physical effort will be number 2 of gaining momentum. Number 3 is going to be detachment. How are you going to run fast if you've got all of these weights holding you down? Let go of the relationship. Let go of the friendship. Let go of what's unaligned to you. Don't run away from it out of fear, but you're gonna have to be very cutthroat and willing to choose yourself if you want to build momentum towards a new extraordinary life. Number 4 is certainty. If you have the certainty, the trust that I am going to be successful, my success is inevitable, my success is divinely planned. I don't care what I see right now. I don't care if anybody is giving me the feedback and the validation that I want. I don't care if it's feeling good right now. I don't care if I don't know the way, because I know that I am going to arrive. Certainty will generate huge energy behind you. And the 5th and final one is sharing. The best way to stimulate energy coming into your vessel, into your life, is by sending it out. You are struggling. You're like, I need to make my business work. Why does nobody love me? Why is nobody smiling at me on the street? But then you go out there and you give that compliment and you smile on the street and you give a little like to somebody else who's just starting a business and you're supporting their social media. Whatever it is that you could do today, you send $10 to a charity, maybe you send 100, whatever it is, financial, time, effort, compliment. Sharing that energy is kind of like massaging your scalp. You know how that stimulates hair growth? That's exactly what sharing is energetically for your manifestation. It's stimulating the growth, sending it out every single day. Those are the 5 things that are going to build momentum for you. Spiritual effort, physical effort, detachment, certainty, and sharing. The last but not least, because this is so important, is feeling safe not to settle. If you see the world as a place of limited love, limited money, limited men, you are going to keep feeling that you have to hold on to what you had because it's the best you're ever going to get. I know that it's difficult to let go of something when it is the best you've ever had, but you still know you deserve more. The more you evolve, the things that you're going to be letting go of are not just going to be terrible toxic things anymore. When you already have built a good life for yourself, you've been working on your healing, the things that you now are required to let go of to move into your next level are often going to be the best that you've ever had. This was the best relationship I've ever had. This was the best job that I ever had. This was the most money I'd ever made in a business before. But I'm not scared. I know that this is not the best that it gets. I know that I'm not going to ever lose out on something that's meant for me. So it's okay for me to step away. It's okay for me to allow something to step away from me. Because if you do not know this deeply within yourself, I promise you, you will end up settling. Settling and skyrocketing do not coexist. Every time that you say yes to something that is not incredible, you're saying no to your highest timeline. And this is a decision that we have to sometimes remove the emotion of, oh, but this person 10 years ago in high school was a really good friend to me, and so even though now every time we meet up she just keeps gossiping and she doesn't believe in my business, and then I feel really drained, but I feel like I should do this, right? I know that we are good people. I know that we are very empathetic and we want to give, but a lot of times we have to be cruel to be kind, because if being kind to them means being cruel to yourself, this is not sharing. Sharing means that we both come out better after. If I'm leaving drained, if my dreams are being held back because I feel like I owe you something, I feel an obligation to you, then this is not sharing, and I'm also damaging you, because I'm going to be building resentment. I'm going to be unconsciously sending you evil eye because I'm damaging myself, and I'm going to be lowering my vibration, which means that I'm now not able to go and help all the other people that I'm supposed to help because I felt obligated to you, because I couldn't set boundaries with myself. I felt that I had to settle because I had a lack and scarcity mindset about what was available to me. If you drain me, what type of friend am I to you? Every person deserves to have friends that are on their level, that can connect to them, that can resonate with them. Me taking up a space in this person's life is actually holding back the people who are right for them, the people who should be friends with them, the people who are actually going to be able to maybe help them progress. So let go for yourself and for others, and know that this is the right thing to do, and you're never going to miss out on anything that's for you. And they are not babies, they are not victims. Nobody needs you. You are nobody's savior. So just remove that ego complex and know that the universe is going to support them. Send them light, send them your prayers, and know that they are very strong and capable people. Why should we see them through this mindset of a victim as someone that we need to save and that we need to feel obligated to do things for? Empower people to lead themselves and to be their best selves, and to find the people and the opportunities that are right for them. And as you're doing all of these things, make sure that you keep updating your vision board, updating your visualization, so that you can keep expanding. Keep making it clear why you're doing all of this work, because it's always going to be so much more comfortable to just go back. There's always going to be a little voice on your shoulder saying, it's fine, it's fine. You don't need to go to the gym today. You don't need to heal this thing. You know what? Just stay single. Just stay single. Don't even worry about the relationship blocks. That voice is going to be with you every day. And I want your vision board, your affirmations, this video, everything to constantly be there, knocking that down and saying, no way, I am extraordinary. And I am going to make sure that I do not block the extraordinary blessings that are meant for my soul. If this video was useful, then definitely going to want to watch this video as well. I will see you in the next one.